Hey guys, J Man here, and we're doing a very special stream. Um, we're going to be talking about Superboy, of course, who's one of my favorites, and Superman is my favorite character. But we're going to be talking some Superboy. So this is Superboy, Clark Kent. So the adventures of Superman when he was a boy. Before we do that, we're going to just do a couple of just quick updates. This Monday, we're going to be back talking about Legion of Superheroes. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're covering the first appearance of Ultra Boy, and we're going to be talking about Adventure Comics number 300 and 301. So I've already read the first Ultra Boy and Adventure Comics. They were great. So I'll read the other one. And then we might do something Tuesday because Thursday, Sean and Steven and I are going to go see Rise of the Beasts, Transformers. So we there won't be a stream Thursday, so we'll have to figure something out and get something in. But I'll let you guys know and I'll post that, and we can go from there. But okay. So let's talk about what we're gonna do here. So basically, I was reading Superboy, and I've been kind of going through from issue one, reading all the Superboy comics, and I started to notice that every story had some sort of weird thing that Superboy would build. He would build some kind of either some kind of contraption or something weird that it's like he almost didn't really need to build. Like he could have found a simpler way. And I was talking to Sean and Clobberin time about this, and they're like, "Well, maybe you should, chronicle these." I was like, "I guess I could." So we're going to go through the first four issues, not the entire issue like I do for Superman for the Superboy read along. This is just going to be me showing you the actual stuff. I don't want to go too long tonight because Sean and Steven and I are going to a pulp show tomorrow morning early, and it's a great show. It's got like Doc Savage stuff, Spider, the Shadow, those kind of pulp heroes. They're all kind of the pre superhero, like the pre Superman kind of heroes, right? So all of that stuff, they've got tons of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. It's always a good show. It hasn't been on for a few years, so I'm pretty excited to go see it. So we're going to be doing that. But let me see if I can share my screen here for you. Okay. Now let's do this. All right. How's that? And can I go to the next one? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can fix this up a bit. I guess this is pretty good. That looks good. I think that looks all right. Let me see if I put myself down here. Is that better? That actually might be better. That might be a bit better. It looks like it's more of the screen now. And I wonder if I close this up. There you go. Okay. All right. So just to let you guys know, we're gonna look at just the stuff that Superboy builds. So, for example, there's a lot of times where he will use objects in a weird way to do something they're not meant to do. And that's a borderline build. So I might include some of those if they're weird enough. Like there's one where there's some power lines that get cut, and he just kind of like repairs them by like tying them up or using his X-ray vision or heat vision or something to kind of seal them. And yeah, that's weird. It's definitely like kind of a weird thing, but it's not taking a bunch of things and building something. Like the examples I want to show you today is him actually taking like random items and making something new And most of the time, there's probably a better way to go about doing it. All right. So that's where we're at. All right. So these things were built. This is Superboy issue 1. So these are the things that he built in Superboy issue 1. So that's page 1. Let's go to the next page. So here we see there's some liquid glass here. Can you guys see? I think you can see my mouse. Yeah, you can. So you see there's some liquid glass here. And he's got these criminals, and the point here is that he wants to kind of entrap them. So there's the liquid glass. He's like, okay, sure, it might be not the strongest boy in the world. This is now in this one, this guy thought he had powers, but turns out he really didn't have powers. It was all a ruse. But he's a good person. He wasn't like a villain or anything. So, and I'm not going to go through the entire issue or anything like that, because I have actually already gone through this issue. If you look at my Let's Read Superboy. So I've already read the first 4 issues, I believe, on that. So you can check out those videos to see the full story of this. So basically, okay, so liquid glass. And he's like blowing the glass here. I don't even know how they got this liquid glass. It's just there. And it literally says it on here, like, okay. And he blows on it, and he creates this jar. So, like, I don't know that these guys, like, just literally stand here while he created a jar around them. Like, it's just so random. It's just so weird to me. Like, he just created a jar out of glass. Like, couldn't they have escaped or something or run off? Like, how did he get them all together? Wouldn't it have been easier if he just, like, you know, grabbed some metal and just tied it around them, like, you know, made like a handcuffs out of them, like just, you know, handcuff them or something. Like, it's just so weird to me. Like, this is issue 1. Right away I was like, okay, that's kind of odd. Mighty Boy here. So right there we've got this weird glass prison here. So that's issue 1. That's the first thing that I'm not sure if that was the first thing he built, because when I saved these pictures and I renamed them, they went out of order. So I don't remember if this is the first or not. But regardless, it's definitely weird. All right. So now we've got this. This is, again, issue 1, still on issue 1. This is a different story. So it usually builds like one weird thing per story. And there's usually, in the first few, there's about three stories like per comic. All right, so he's got this, there's a tank here. It's like smashing through into the bank. And then Superboy's like, okay. And now, again, Superboy's very often drawn in this pose here with the leg. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like he's leaping, you know, but like he often flies in this position. So there's this victim here. He's at the Coastville Power something. So here he picks up this dynamo. So he's got to stop this tank. That's what's happening. He's got to stop the tank. Now, if you're Superboy, wouldn't you just fly down and move the tank? But anyway. So he grabs this dynamo here from this power plant. So he's going to hook it up. And then that's going to give him like the power that he needs. Then he grabs some twine or wire and literally wraps the train. So he's literally wrapping up the train with this wire. You can see that. Okay. So there's a dynamo there. He's wrapped up the wire. And luckily, the railroad runs right through the town. Okay, this is weird. Is there a town like this? I don't know if anyone's ever seen a town where the train literally passes within the town. That is kind of weird. So I don't know. I guess that could be real. I don't know. So, and you can see now it's like magnetizing. So what he's basically done is he's created a giant magnet to magnetize the tanks. You can see that better. Luckily, my own clothes have a non-magnetic metal buckles. Okay, sure. So he captured them. The end. I mean, I don't know why he couldn't. And was there? I don't remember there being. I guess there's multiple tanks, but I feel like he definitely could have done something easier. So that's the second one. There's a third one. Now, this is a bit weird. So there's a train going on. I think this was the first story, now that I'm remembering it. So there's a train that's getting derailed here. You can see the train, another train thing, and the tracks are broken up. So now, remember in Superman, the movie where Christopher Reeve laid down and then the train passed over him? I guess it's too much of a break for Superboy to actually do that. So he flies down and chops all of these trees. Like, this is kind of cool, actually, like him just flying with his hands out and chopping them down. And he's like, okay, there is still a few seconds to spare. I'll have enough time to build a new railroad spur out of these tall timbers. So he's literally building a railroad. And then check this out. He like guides it. So it's like he's building the road. So see, he's carrying the stuff. And he built another road. Puts it securely into the tracks. Boom. Saves the train. Okay. I mean, this one is kind of neat, I suppose. Out of the three, this is the most plausible. This is so weird. I don't know why he just didn't grab these tanks. This is like complete nonsense, but I love it. I love that he's just building this stuff. And I actually think this is a great page. This is just a great page. Like, I love this, like, blowing the glass effect here. And I believe that is the end of issue 1. Yes. So that was issue 1. So I'm not sure, what everyone's favorite was out of that, but there you go. So this is issue 2 now. Again, I'm not going to read the whole issue. I've already covered it all on a previous stream. Okay, so this is issue 2 stuff. So again, like issue 1, he's building, again, he does the glass thing. This glass thing, I mean, this is already used once. So this is like, he really likes this. This is like his favorite. So again, he blows a big, this is a bit different though. See, look, he blows a big, huge size of that ball. Like, look, boom, a big glass thing, grabs the crooks. And see, like, he's flying in and out and bringing stuff in and building. He literally builds a ship. He builds the ship in the bottle. That is so neat. This is all just to show off some of his powers. So, I mean, this is like just so weird. But again, it's just him doing it to show off his powers, I believe, in this one. This one, I didn't even understand what was going on. So, this ship has taken a lot of damage from cannonballs or whatever. So he goes and he's like, luckily, plenty of cannonballs fell. Now I'll just poke a hole in each one of them. So he pokes a hole into each cannonball and then blows it up like a balloon. Like, can that even happen? I don't know. Like, that is so weird. And then he uses those to see he's plugging the damage. And he's using seaweed as well. I feel like it probably would have been easier to get wood at this point. Like, I'm thinking maybe the timber, him cutting the trees down with his arms and then putting those, like repairing it that way, probably would have been easier. But this is definitely weird. Like, this is a really weird one. I don't know. All right. So that's that one. Oh, was that it? Oh, there's only 2 in issue 2. Wow, what a ripoff. Yeah, there's only 2. I think issue 2 had something else that I wouldn't consider building. Like he did something weird with some other objects, but I don't consider that him building something. Issue 3. So I wasn't sure if I was going to include this one because he doesn't like build anything. He kind of just uses something that's already there. So it's kind of a in-betweener one, but I thought I'd put it in because it was kind of fun. So you've got this giant like Ferris wheel, and he just basically spins the crap out of it. And he makes it into a wind machine. So I don't know. It's just weird. So it's like these fireworks are getting blown back at the criminals. So I don't know. I don't know if I should count that, but it is kind of weird. So I thought, why not put it in there? This is the one where he goes back in time to see all the amazing things that these boys have done in the past. So here he grabs some sides of an old barn. So what he makes out of this is incredible. All right, so look at that. A giant bellows to make those windmills really pump. Like, what the hell? So wait, he must have had something else though. Hold on. Yeah, so the windmills aren't pumping fast enough. Oh yeah, and the canvas, sorry, yeah. So there you go. So the point of this though is that, like, can't he use his super breath? Like, this is what was confusing to me. It feels like his super breath should be able to do this same thing. That is it. Oh, that was number 3. Okay. All right, number 4. This is our last one. Okay, this is really weird. So these kids are burning to... Now, he's trying to teach this kid about safety. So these kids are literally like burning to death here. And he's like, yeah, I'll save them in a bit. And they're like, oh, this fire's everywhere. It's like, sure. He's like, well, we'll give him some time, you know. So then he's like, okay, it's time to step in. He's like, I'll do a little mining myself if you don't mind. So he flies down, goes in, boom, into the rock surface. Then, this is what I want. Now to weave 3 asbestos suits. Asbestos, a mineral fiber which can be woven into a fireproof material, gives Superboy raw materials he needs. Okay, he's going to make them suits. Why doesn't he just, instead of flying down here and grabbing this, why doesn't he just grab them and fly off? Like, this is the weirdest one for sure. Like, then he makes these suits for them. And, well, we're flying through the air. Like, really? And he actually takes a giant tree and beats the flames out. That's kind of fun. I mean, again, I don't count this because he's using an object just there, but this is like he made suits. Like, look, he made these suits, and they're like, here, you put them on. Like, okay, why did he do that? Why not just quickly go and fly down and rescue him? Here's another building a giant magnet thingy. So again, he's trying to raise some ships here. So he goes and he grabs this like twine. Another dynamo. He loves his dynamos here. And boom, turns it into a giant magnet. So giant magnet. All right. This one I debated putting this on here, but I thought, why not? There's this truck here that actually runs through these hedges. Superboy saves the truck. He saves the kids from getting hit by the truck. So, I mean, normally that would be good enough. But no, he actually... So he saves the truck. Then he's like, oh, I got to repair these hedges. Okay, how did he repair hedges? Like, this entire thing has been destroyed. He's like, oh, I'll put them all back. Were they just maybe flattened or something? Like, can he unbreak twigs? It's just like, okay. Like, I think saving the kids was good enough. I think this mom would be like, thank you, Superboy. It's like, well, you don't need to put the hedges back. And this is the last one we're going to do. This one's like not that bad. But there's a criminal here. He's like, I can't waste time bringing him into the police now to build a makeshift cage out of junk. So boom, 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 boom. He just makes a cage. Like, okay, why not take this piece and wrap it around this guy? And that's it. Like, he literally makes a cage for him. That's it. And you're like, okay, that's weird. So there you go, guys. I just wanted to just do a quick, I was going to make this into like a video or a post, but I thought it'd be more fun to just do a stream. And it's easier for me. I don't have to edit anything, and I can show the screen easier and talk at my own leisure and not have to edit a video afterwards. So that is pretty much it. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you watch this later, like what was your favorite of the things that he built, because I thought it was really neat. And if you like this, let me know, and I can do more of these, because I do like chronicling them. It was pretty fun. But okay, so the next time I'll see you will be on Monday, and that's going to be for the Legion of Superheroes talk, so I'm really looking forward to that. But all right, guys, that'll do it for now, and see you next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.